with your host Jay Pops. Guys, today's date is November 4th, 2021. This is official hashtag beat the heck out of Auburn week. We have not stopped. Guys, it has been another sellout at Kyle Field. I will say this once again. It has been another sellout at Kyle Field once again. I told you guys that it was students camping out and things like that, man, but it has been another sellout once again, man. And what's crazy is that it was somebody in the A&M sports group. I mean the A&M fan page or whatever, or however you want to call it, A&M group. And they were like, man, I don't like how the way the tickets are selling. I told him, man, hey, man, just be patient. And he said this about a week ago. I say, man, just be patient. Just be patient. Just hold up. Immediately after he said that, on that weekend, which was last weekend, I heard the students were camping out trying to get the tickets. Now, days later, a week later, of course, up to now, I get all of the stuff on Twitter. I see it all posted over everywhere. Texas A&M has sold out. They are officially sold out for the Auburn game. I'm pretty sure what that means is that they're sold out of like whatever tickets that they were going to sell, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that you can find them tickets somewhere online, but you're going to pay a fee for it, okay? I knew that those tickets were going to sell out. And they sold out because of the simple fact of this here. Alabama as a whole, as a state, which is their two top programs, which is Auburn and Alabama Crimson Tide themselves. They've been a thorn in our sides at home. And them already showed you that they can beat one of them, which is Big Brother, which is a quote-unquote Big Brother. They've already showed you that they can beat one. Hell, if we can get both of them, man, that would say a whole lot going forward for this season as a whole, man. I'm telling you. This was something very special about this season. And if you guys have been following me long enough, you guys would know that when I was talking before the season even started, man, I told you guys what it was and what it was about, okay? I told you that this season alone was very, very special. I told you guys about a whole year ago that it was something brewing in College Station. Man, I told you guys everything. Leading up until this point now, leading up into the Alabama game, I also told you guys that A&M was going to win. I told you guys this. Why are you guys not believing me now? Still, and we are well off from the Alabama game, and now we're going to the Auburn game. Just so happen we get them at home. Just so happen this ain't another sellout crowd. Just so happen we have the 2:30 prime time spot. I believe that A&M will go in there, they will go in there focused, and they will not let anybody down, okay? Also, I just had somebody, I was just discussing with somebody, and they were saying that, I was talking about the Jimbo Fisher, like recruiting class and stuff like that. So what I was saying was that what people didn't say about Jimbo Fisher was the simple fact that Jimbo Fisher recruits both sides of the ball, not just one side because he's, on offense and, et cetera, et cetera. He recruits both sides so that his team can be well balanced going forward. All right. So, of course, people say their own comments and, if you follow his career, you would know that. And I wasn't saying that like I don't follow the man's career, man. I've been following his career way back at the Florida State days. What I was saying was that it's a lot of people that just didn't tell you that he recruits on both sides. So, anywho, after that, I made my comment and another personnel made theirs, and they said that, not all of those studs were 5 stars. So, okay, man, check this out. So the thing about this here is this. Jimbo Fisher signed his best ever recruiting class, period, in his head coaching career at Texas A&M when he signed the 2019 number 4 class, which was also Texas A&M best recruiting class, period. All right. He signed that class. What I'm telling you is that although all studs aren't 5 stars, I understand that. The thing about the 5-star and the 4-star recruits is that you have to develop those guys. You can't just throw them out there and say, well, hey, man, he's a highly rated 4-star and he's a highly rated 5-star commit, so he should be okay going forward. What I'm saying is that you get all of those 5 stars. And if those chips roll right and you mold those goals and you mold those guys right and you develop those guys right, it's no telling where your ceiling can be. Hell, I've seen this happen at Alabama time and time again. I've seen this happen at LSU time and time again. We're seeing this happen at Georgia time and time again all of a sudden. So what I'm saying is that you can have as many 5 stars as you want. Okay? As long as your recruiting pitch is on point and perfect and your on-field success and your vision matches up, you can sign all the 5 stars you want to, man. It's nothing wrong with signing a lot of 5-star talent. That's what you want. We see one team, Ohio State as well. We see a couple of teams do this specifically year in and year out. So what's wrong with us signing all 5-star talent? I believe the reason to why a lot of people may be scared for us to sign as many 5 stars as I'm telling you guys that we have the potential to sign is that they don't want to see all of these guys maybe bump heads, is what I'm assuming. They don't want to see to where if it all doesn't work out, we're going to get scrutinized for it. Guys, that's a part of recruiting. That is a part of recruiting. That is why I love it. Alabama has as many 5 stars as you can count on your fingers. And I guarantee you that if they don't start this year, nor next year, that 3rd year, which is their junior year, if they have not transferred by then, they will get into the game and they will start. Okay? So you cannot look at that and have yourselves getting scared. I know we're not used to it. Here, we're not used to that many 5 stars. Okay? I'm sorry. We're just not. This is Texas A&M University, man. We're not used to that many 5-star recruit talent-wise. That's fine. That's what you brought Jimbo Fisher over here for, was to make this a norm going forward. You're making this a norm. This is the normal thing. I've been ready for it ever since Johnny Manziel had took the reins and I seen what Kevin Sumlin can do. All right? I'm sorry. I have been ready. I've been ready. I've been ready. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, and I have no doubt about it. Connor Wingman is already a 5-star recruit. That young man there, if you have not watched him, he is a freaking baller. He is a freaking baller. Connor Wingman wants other 4- and 5-star recruits to join him, not saying that it's not no room for 3-star commits. Anaya Smith was a 3-star. What are we talking about here? Some of that offensive line was 3 stars. What are we talking about here? Some of the defensive line was 3 stars. You know, Tyreek Chappelle, that wasn't a 4-star recruit. That was a 3-star recruit. So what are we talking about here? We're going to forever sign 3, 4, and 5-star recruits. It feels better when your program knows that it can sign multiple 5 stars year in and year out. That is very, very dangerous. If you play those guys in the right spots and let them mold themselves, that is very, very dangerous. That's all I'm saying. All right? Anywho, let's keep on going here, man. Let's talk about this Auburn game. So, hold on before I get into that, because I have to tell you guys this as well. It's some breaking news. When I woke up to another visitor list. So, this time on the visitor list, it says the 5-star visitor confirmed for the weekend. Let me go and see who this is. So, is another 5-star visitor confirmed? Let me go down this list here. This is a heavy, heavy list, man. Look, I'm sorry. So, 5-star Summer Creek offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks. He has confirmed that he and his family will be at Kyle Field, okay? I remember me telling you guys yesterday, man. I remember me telling you guys this yesterday. And I was looking at something with Isaiah Santanega, who had committed to Texas A&M way early last year, but then had decommitted, went down there to Oregon. I remember all the Oregon fans getting all in my comments, man. They got all in my comments. And, hey, man, you wrong about that pick. Now he done flipped and went back home to Arkansas. I have no clue of what's going on there, but Oregon might see another flip after this weekend. That's all I'm saying. And I understand that Kelvin Banks has went on the record and said, hey, man, I'm good where I'm at, et cetera, et cetera. You may just see another flip from a Oregon commit after this weekend. That is all I'm telling you, and it is what it is on that part, and we're going to move forward, okay? Also, another visit has been confirmed. Five-star defensive lineman Walter Nolan, his younger brother in the 2023 class, or the 2024 class, is one of them. He has also been confirmed to make the visit. They have sent him an invitation to make the visit, okay? He was going to come anyways. It is just an official visit now. It's an official visit for Walter Nolan's younger brother as well. So both of these guys will be there in full effect. All right, so let me go to the national media split. Now we're going to move on to the Auburn game. Just glad Jimbo is building. And yeah, I am too, man. So everybody that's, kind of looking all skeptical because I'm telling you guys that we're signing so many five-star commits and stuff like that. Georgia said the same thing, and look where Georgia's at. All right, so please don't come on here nor get on social media and say, hey, man, do you think this is good? We're signing that many five-star commits. Yeah, it's good. Yes. Hell yeah, it is. You want to compete with the best of the best. This is what the best of the best do. They go out and grab the best talents all around the country. Hell, we see this happen in high school. High school grows out IMG over there in California, that little academy school. They go out and they grab the best talent around the country and say, hey, man, come here, play for us. We're going to make sure we do this and that for you, and we're going to continue to go forward. You want to sign everybody. If you could, you would. Hell, we'd sign the whole state of Texas if we could. But the problem is that the entire state of Texas isn't going to stay in Texas, people. I'm sorry. The top talent is not all going to stay here sometimes, man. So it is what it is. I haven't gotten used to it. It is what it is. All right. So let's go down the list here. So a couple of predictions. So I'm going to just read them out. I'm not going to say who it's from, but these are just a couple of predictions. So one has Texas A&M 27, Auburn 20. Another one has Texas A&M 29, Auburn 23. Another, Texas A&M 28, Auburn 23. Another, Texas A&M 29, Auburn 22. Don't ask me where they're getting these numbers from. Another one has Auburn 27, Texas A&M 20. Auburn 27, Texas A&M 24. And that is pretty much it on the picks. That's just to name a few. Majority has Texas A&M winning this game. Me is one of them. You guys already know that. I'm not going to explain that to you again. I have Texas A&M winning this game handily if Texas A&M goes out and takes care of their business. I have Texas A&M also coming away being the best in the trenches so far as defensive line and offensive line. So now I want to break some things down to you guys. It's not going to be a long episode. We have about 10 more minutes left. So, I'm not going to keep you guys long at all. But what I will do is this here. Let's go down. I'm trying to get away from paper, guys. So if you see me on this computer, hey, look, I'm trying to get all the way away from paper. I'm tired of printing that stuff out, so we're just going to go from here. So total offense. This is what you guys need to know with total offense wise. Go down this here. Total offense. Auburn is 27th in the country. I've seen a lot from Auburn that does make them the 27th best team in the country offensively, with about 29 offensive touchdowns. and I'm gonna, go with the yards and stuff like that. So yardage wise, Auburn has garnered 3,617 yards so far, 6.45 yards a play. They garnered 452.1 yards per game. That's why. So this will be a really good game to start out with. But I guarantee you this here: if Texas A&M comes up with the first interception in the first quarter, you guys need to take what I'm telling you and sit that on your lap and roll with that victory. All right. I'm going once again 35-14 Texas A&M. Texas A&M is out to prove something. I understand that a lot of people want this game to be close. If Texas A&M comes out and handles business defensively, it's nobody that will be competing with this team going forward throughout the rest of that schedule. So our total offense. And I'll be coming out with another video on tomorrow, but it will be pretty early, okay? So I need you guys to be looking out for that one as well. So our total offense. Let's continue to go here. And this is what's shocking to me, because we stepped up the ladder just a little bit. Texas A&M total offense is ranked 69th in the country. No, that is not good at all, but that is way better than where we were at first. We were at 80. For the love of God, we were at 80 at first. We'll move up to 69. We have about 3,169 yards garnered over the season, 6.1 yards a play, 25 total touchdowns, and 396.1 yards a game. The people that I'm telling you to watch is Anaya Smith and Jalen Watermeyer. Watch those guys in the passing game. I believe Demons will have a breakout game against some stout competition finally. That's what I'm telling you. Watch out for those three guys in the passing game. All right, so let's go to total defense here. And this one I'm about to shock a lot of you guys as well, because a lot of you guys were skeptical about this defense, and I heard you guys, well, if the defense can hold up, things of that nature. So total defense-wise, Texas A&M has gained ground back. They are number 27 in the country in total defense, with giving up 329.2 yards per game. They've only given up. Now, they've only given up about 15 touchdowns throughout the entire season. That's 8 games. I'm going to go to the scoring defense right after this. But they've only given up 15 opposing touchdowns. That is very, very good, in which we have been watching this team for 10 years in the SEC crumble on defense. They started getting better last year under Mike Elko, and we all seen that, man. They started getting better, like a little bit like over the last 2 years with Mike Elko. Now we've seen this defense absolutely grow. Okay, so let's keep on going here. Let's go down to the Auburn defense, see where they're ranked at. Auburn is ranked 50 in the nation, total defense-wise. Auburn is 50 in the nation. Once again, they're giving up like 5.1 yards a play. They're giving up 18 opponents touchdown with 356 yards per game. That's about right in our average of what we need to win this football game. That's why I have Texas A&M winning this game. I have them winning also because of the simple fact that Texas A&M has a depth chart, man. I tell you guys this all the time. They have a depth chart. You need a depth chart to compete in the SEC late in the season. That is how Alabama has been closing out games and winning them. That is how LSU in the past have been closing out games and winning them. They have a depth chart. That's why I did not believe in Ole Miss. I'm sorry, that's just me. I knew the injuries were going to occur sooner or later. And now you're seeing what's all going on with Ole Miss later in the season. Man, I know this already. I've learned this already in the SEC, as well as in the Big Ten as well. I'm not going to leave the Big Ten out of this, as well as in the Big Ten. If you do not have a depth chart in both of these conferences, you will get left out. That's the God honest truth. All right, so let's go to scoring defense. So this is the scoring defense. I'm about to knock a lot of you guys over the head because a lot of you guys did not know this. A lot of you guys kept on saying, man, we're giving up too many points. We're giving up too many points. Well, the world thinks otherwise. Scoring defense. Texas A&M is top 5 in the country. I'm going to say this once again. Scoring defense. Texas A&M is number 5 in the country. Let that sink in. When have we ever looked and said, hey, man, we're number 5 in the country scoring defense late in the season? That has never been done before. You guys need to give claps and all praise to Mike Elko and what he has been doing so far as his game plan. And we need to continuously keep this guy in Aggieland. I told you guys this, man. This is a different team. The 2 losses hurt. I can't say that enough, y'all. The 2 losses hurt. But going forward, this team will not lose another game. And you've heard it here first. This team will not lose another game. I'm telling you guys what I know. Scoring defense, Texas A&M is number 5 in the country. That's with all 130 plus FBS teams. Texas A&M is number 5 scoring defense-wise. Never have happened. The last time we've seen this late in the season was with RC Slocum. That's why I bring this up so much. All right. So we giving up 7 opponent field goals. We got 1 opponent safety. And this team is giving up 16.1 points a game. That's why I said 35-14 like that. This team is giving up 16 points a game, and that's it. That's not even much close to when the hell we're used to seeing with Texas A&M this late in the season. Once again, you guys have to listen to me when I talk about this type of stuff, all right? So let's go down to Auburn. Auburn is not too far from us. They're top 25 in scoring defense. Scoring defense. Auburn is number 23 in the country. We're giving up 19 points per game. All right, so they're not too far from us, but they're giving up a total of 19 points per game. They have given up in average, they've given up 18 total touchdowns throughout the entire season to Texas A&M's 15 total touchdowns the entire season. If Texas A&M holds Auburn to 3 points in the first quarter, I like my chances. And I'm going to say that once again. I like my chances. All right, so let's go to the scoring offense. I'm not going to bring up every statistical category in this one. You know, you guys just have to listen to me. You know, I'm going to bring up certain categories that I believe that best fits this narrative of Texas A&M winning this ball game pretty deep. Okay, so scoring offense. Auburn is 31st in the country in scoring offense with about 34 points per game. They have 34 points per game. We have to hold them to that. We have to limit that. We keep them under 21 going into halftime. Once again, take my pick on it. Texas A&M is tied for 60th in the country with total points per game with about 29 points per game. Yes, we want to see more points than that. Just hold on. Be patient. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. All right, let's keep on going here. Let's continue to go. So this one here is another one I want to talk about with you guys as well. So this is passing yards allowed. Passing yards allowed, people. This is what we have. This is what Texas A&M has, passing yards allowed. I know you guys have questioned this passing defense a lot this year. Well, I'm about to bring you guys back into it. So passing yards allowed. Texas A&M is tied for number 30 in the country. Once again, this is late in the season. Somebody please come and tell me when you have seen this passing defense ranking the top 30s this late in the season. Once again, this is where this defense is going, and this is why you see so many defensive guys committing to this team. Passing defense, top 30 in the nation. They have given up, and I need a drum roll on this. Texas A&M has given up only 9 passing touchdowns in 8 games. That's a record. That is a record, man. When is the last time we've only given up 9 passing touchdowns in 8 games? I'll wait. When is the last time? When? You guys come and tell me. When is the last time we've given up 9 passing touchdowns in 8 games? That means, on average, they're only giving up 1 touchdown passing per game. What's Bo Nix's average per game? 1. That's all we're giving. And we're going to stop the ground game. That's just that. All right. So Texas A&M only give up 9 passing touchdowns. They're giving up 5.8 yards attempt. It's not good. 9.7 completion yardage rate. And yards per game, we've only given up 199 yards per game. Darn good. So, where's Auburn ranked? Passing yards allowed. About to look into that. Passing yards allowed. Auburn is 69th in the country. Passing yards allowed. They're 69th with about 10 passing touchdowns, which they haven't given up that much neither. But they've given up 228.9 yards a game. Please look for Zach Calzada to have one of those games, not like Alabama. Could be even bigger. He may just go for 400. I'm going to say that once again. He may just go for 400 yards passing because of the simple fact of that those defensive backs are very, very young. He's going to attack them. Jimbo Fisher game plan and Darryl Dickey plan is to attack that secondary hard. Be looking for that. Mark what I see. Okay, let's keep on going here. So, rushing defense. This is another one that everybody has questioned throughout the whole season, including myself, on rushing defense. What's going on with the rush defense? Because we were one of the best in the country. Well, this is what's going on. Rushing defense. Texas A&M. Okay, well, let me start with Auburn first. I'm going to tell you something when I get to Texas A&M. Auburn is 35th in the nation with giving up only 8 rushing touchdowns and about 127.1 yards a game. Their average rushing yardage that they give up is about 3.2 yards per rush. All right, that's on the Auburn side. It's going to be a pretty good physical day for Isaiah Spiller and Devon A-Chain to find those holes. Also, the offensive line will be battle tested once again. I believe that this team will give up 0 sacks once again. Why? Because they live off of that 0 sack game and they want to continue to build off of and say, no. We can be better than that. That's what I believe, and that's what I'm going to stick with. All right, so let's keep on going here. Texas A&M. Rushing defense. And I'm going to tell you something about where Texas A&M started at in the season. That's why I question it as well as you guys. We were in the 80s to 100s in rushing defense starting out. I'm going to say this once again. We were in the 80s to 100s in rushing defense. This team has built themselves back up to the top of the mountain. Well, not to the top of the mountain, but they have built themselves back up to get up to the top of the mountain. They're 38 in the country in rushing defense. Once again, they are 38 in the country in rushing defense. That's why you see Walter Nolan, Shamar Stewart, Amari Aber, Jordan Scarlett, and other defensive linemen, Enai White, guys like that, wanting to commit to Texas A&M. We went from there and we've climbed back up there. Understand this, man. We're trying to go back to the top 25. Number 38, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. And I love that they have that mentality of that ain't good enough. That is not good enough at all. All right? So they are 38 in the country. They look, but check this out, with them being at number 38. Through 8 games, Texas A&M has only given up 5 rushing touchdowns. I'm going to say this once again. In 8 games, Texas A&M has given up only 5 rushing touchdowns. They live for not giving up rushing touchdowns at all. They don't like it. When you score a touchdown on them, they get very, very angry and mad. They don't like it. 5 touchdowns in 8 games. That's why I say Tank Bigsby, he's a good running back. Don't you get me wrong. But this defensive line, they're not going to let him get it. They're not going to let him get it at all. Nope, they're not going to let him get it. But they have given up 129.4 yards a game. All right, so let's continue to go here. Told you guys we weren't going to keep you all long. We're going to wrap this thing up very, very shortly. So we're going to do the rushing offense. And we have to do this statistical category because there's some runners on both teams. And I expect both of these teams to run the football pretty hard. So rushing offense, Auburn is 36 in the country with about 18 rushing touchdowns that they've gone throughout the season and 197.4 yards per game. Texas A&M has climbed back up, people, to where they're number 41 in the country with 11 rushing touchdowns, 188.1 yards a game. Expect Devon Achane and Isaiah Spiller to have a phenomenal rushing day. I believe that rushing attack will by far be the deciding factor in this game. All right, this is another one that will be the deciding factor, and we're going to leave it at this here. Sacks allowed. Sacks allowed, people. Auburn is by far one of the best in the country at giving up no sacks. Throughout 8 games, Auburn has only given up 9 sacks. I'm going to say that once again. They've only given up 9 sacks. That's why I say this is going to test that defensive line. Are you elite or are you just good? Which one is it going to be? I'm going to say this once again. This will test this defensive line to make them ask themselves questions of, are you elite or are you just good? Which one is it going to be? Because you're going up an offensive line that does not give up sacks here. They do not. They feed off of not giving up sacks. You're going to go up against some of the best, all right? I expect that defensive line to have a humongous push to where they're going to have that Auburn team and that Auburn sideline looking at each other like, man, what in the hell is going on? All right, so remember what I said right there. Also, it got a little bit to do with Bo Nix because Bo Nix has gotten out of sacks, all right? So don't let that crowd your mind too much. Texas A&M is tied for number 36 in the nation with sacks given up. They've given up 13 throughout 8 games, which sprinkles in what? About 1.5 sack per game. But we had given up a lot of sacks early in the season. So far, going forward throughout the season, Texas A&M has given up maybe 1 sack in the last 3 games. That's humongous. That is humongous. So be looking for, like I say, be looking for Zach to have a field day back there. Just drop back, looking for some guys. If he don't see nobody, just take off running or throw the ball away. I have no problem with that. All right. So just be looking for that. All right. That is about it. That is all I have for you guys on today. I thank all of you guys for tuning in with me. And like I say, man, just be looking out for the commitment come on Sunday and be looking out for a possible commitment on Saturday. I have a very, very strong feeling. And I had this feeling at work last night. If you guys not know, yes, I work a night shift. All right. My shift is from 3 to 1:30. That's why I record these in the evening for you guys. But I had a wave that just came along through me, and I haven't had that wave before like that. The last time I had that wave was for the Alabama game, but it was a wave that came through me, and I felt good about it. I'm like, man, I feel good about this game. Just be looking for that. Just be paying attention to this game. As in fact, I believe Walter Nolan will commit on Saturday night. I honestly believe that. I believe after the game, you will see a really, really big commitment from Walter Nolan. It may be others. I just feel that way. I believe that this game will be won in the trenches, and I believe that this game will be won handily because at this point, we don't feel so much as disrespected. We just feel like we're overlooked. Okay? So I believe Texas A&M will make an emphasis going forward. It's just up to them to continue to make that emphasis on everybody. All right. So I love all of you guys. I know one of you guys that invited me to the game. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it, man. My wife has a pop-up, and I would not miss that pop-up for nothing in the world. This is the first ever pop-up with her candle business, and we're trying to push this thing all the way out. Also, I'll have some more news going forward later on this month involving me and my family that I just want to share out there to the world, to you guys, and let you all know what's going on. What's crazy is that my two oldest kids, they continue to say, well, I was thinking about going to Texas A&M. Look, look, the thing about it is this here. The kids, when they get to the kids, man, I don't want the kids to go somewhere where, they know I like it. Go somewhere where you feel like it's fit. All right, so I have a 16-year-old. I have a 15-year-old. She has 2 more years left. So she got to start making those decisions if she wants to go to college or if she not. If she does, though, she keep on saying she want to go to Texas A&M. Got to have the grades for it. I'm sorry. Now, of course, with the athletic scholarship, I'm pretty sure they do the grade thing pretty different. But if you're not going for athletics, I'm sorry. You got to bring in those grades. They just do not accept anybody. That is Texas A&M for you. They will stand on that, as well as Texas Longhorns. They do the same thing. You got to have a certain amount of grades. GPA got to be up there. All right. So, anywho, guys, this homemade podcast sports with your host Jay Pops. #Eagle Max.